Hey guys, how's it going? So, I've recently played quite a bit of the Stomping Lands, and so far, my first impressions is it's an alright game. I was pretty excited about this game before it came out, but after playing it, I found it extremely boring. There's just not a lot to do. It's like there's two resources, which is rocks and wood. So if you find a rock near a tree, you are set. You can make every resource in the game. And I don't know, I feel like they could have really worked on that a little bit more. And there's also there's no inventory, so all you guys is box, which is really annoying because if you want to carry your stuff with you, you got to carry it on a rope. And if you find a bad server, which I can rarely find a good server with good ping, it breaks all the time. You have to pick it up again. And I don't know, the amount of times that thing has snapped on me and I have to keep dragging it along, it's so annoying. But the next thing would be the fireplace, which is one of the building supplies. There's 4 different structures that you can build, and the fireplace obviously allows you to cook, and you can fill up your hunger bar. You can cook fish and dinosaur meat, and the hunger bar is right there. The more visible that gets, the more hungry you get. And the next thing would have to be this teepee. The teepee allows you to set your spawn point, so you can respawn at your camp or whatnot. What's really annoying when you're building these is wherever you are facing, that is where it's going to be placed. So you don't get to choose where it goes besides where you're facing. And that's always been annoying. That's been in a few games and I've hated that so much. It's extremely annoying. The next thing you can build is the Totem Pole, which allows you to create a tribe and add your friends or people online that you meet. And you can talk to your tribes in chat and not have to talk to everybody else in chat who's online, and it's pretty cool. Next thing is the cage, and the cage allows you to tie up people. And when you not allowed to tie up people, but when you do tie up people, you can drag them to this and put them in the cage, and they can't do anything at that point. They are at your bidding, which is kind of cool. I like that idea. I like the dragging feature, but I don't know, it's kind of bugged. But the next thing you can build weapon-wise is the bow. And I really like the bow, how it looks. I like how it looks when you zoom in. I think that looks awesome. But the problem is they don't have a crosshair, so it's really difficult to aim at anything. Oh, at least I found it difficult. Without that crosshair, I just can't tell where my arrow is. Like, I'm looking down on those diamonds, so I have them in the middle of my screen, and I'm shooting. But I just don't see where my arrows are going at all. I just can't tell. Like, it's really hard to see them. So getting that shot is just such a pain, which is kind of cool, but kind of not. I don't know. I wasn't too happy with the aiming feature on that. The next is the spear, which allows you to one-shot people and catch fish. And there's also the bolas, which allows you to tie up people. As you can see, I'm fighting this dude. And you can tie him up and you drag him to your cage and you can keep him forever. Which I really was excited about this feature. I thought it was awesome. I mean, that just looks so cool. But one problem is it's really laggy. If you're the one being dragged, like, super laggy. And I don't know, it just looks terrible when you're the person being dragged. And there's nothing they can do. And obviously, a few of the animals, some fish. The fish are pretty cool, but they're needing more textures. And then there's the T-Rex, or whatever you want to call that. There's so many different species of T-Rex. I can't tell you what exact species of T-Rex that is. But they will destroy you. I wish they did an animation where they would grab you and shake you up and not just peck you to death. The next is, I'm going to call this thing the Ball Crusher, because I have no idea what it is called. I'm not an expert on dinosaurs, but it's a jerk. It will do a little spinny attack and absolutely destroy you. It's very sad. The next is, I'm going to call it the Face Crusher because it will headbutt you. And, yeah, the hitboxes on some of the dinosaurs are really weird, as you'll see here. Like, I was nowhere in, like, what was that? And one thing is, down at the bottom of your screen, you see those leaves? Well, those are herbs, and you can find those herbs in these caves, which... in these caves, you can't bring a torch into because you have to craft the torch, and you can't get the wood in here, so you have to go in here blind, and you can't see a thing. It is so dark. I wish I could make it so you can see, but I can't even see, so there's no real way to do that. So you get those herbs from inside the cave, and as you can see, I got 2 herbs right there. So, and I think that's how you tame the dinosaurs, if I remember right. I never got to that point because it got really boring real quick. And the last clip here is me getting drugged around. I went AFK like an idiot and got tied up, and now they want to drag me. And this is what you'll deal with almost 24/7. I can't tell you how many times I got tied up by just... There'd be groups of 3 or 4, and they'll just start throwing those bolas at you to tie you up. You can see they have another dude right there. They'll drag you back to their camp and bring you to their cages. But the cages are kind of bugged texture-wise. Like, they have these weird texture glitches, and they're, for some reason, I don't know, I never could figure out how to put people in the cage. But, yeah, they'll pretty much bring you to the cage and then murder you because I can't figure out how to put you in it. But my final thoughts on this game is, this game, I was so excited for it because it sounded like a great idea. It's pretty much Daisy with dinosaurs, like survival with dinosaurs, and that sounded awesome. But, I don't know, it's been a disappointment for me, really. As you can see, like, it's super laggy when these people are dragging me. Like, it just looks awful. And there's nothing I can do. Even if he stops, I can crawl around. But, I mean, I have a hatchet on me. Why can't I pull it out and, like, start hacking at this thing when he stops moving? Or something? Like, there's just nothing I can do. And these people, he could stand still and just keep you tied to it. And you couldn't do anything. You'd have to log out of the server just to get away from the dude. There's nothing you can do. And visually, the textures in this game aren't that great. I think that your player icon is beautiful. He's so well detailed. But everything else is kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of half-assed, I guess. And, I don't know. The dinosaur animations I was pretty disappointed with as well, because, like I said, they peck you to death right now. I wish they could grab you and, you know, be really violent and gory, just rip you to shreds, you know? I don't know, that's what I imagine when I think of dinosaurs and the movies and whatnot. It's just dinosaurs destroying everybody. But no, they're really buggy, they're kind of laggy. Another thing is the servers, like, every server have about a 70 ping, and even with that 70 ping, I lag, like, really, it's not bad, but it's those really annoying small lags, like when you're going down a hill, you kind of lag back and forth, and I don't know, the servers are kind of crap, in my opinion. There's only, like, 4 species of dinosaurs, 4 things you can build, and, I don't know, I feel like there's nothing to do, like, you get a rock and a tree and build 4 things and hunt a few dinosaurs and get kidnapped a few times, and you get bored really quick, like, there's just nothing to do at all. And I understand that this game isn't an alpha and whatnot. And there's rumors that this was going to beat the Forest because the Forest came out at the same time, and I'm going to do a review on that. But I feel like the Forest absolutely killed this game. Like, I understand it's an alpha, and there's a lot of work that could be done, and maybe in a few months this game's going to be amazing. But as of right now, it's super boring, and there's just nothing to do. Like, I think an important thing for the alpha before you release it is you need to get that foundation done. You need to be able to add and not have to fix everything. And I feel like they didn't add a foundation here. Like, there's no good animations. The dinosaurs are just dinosaurs and they just peck you to death. You get bullied by people and teabagged like crazy. Like, I'm just trying to struggle away here and I can't do anything at all. I'm just stuck. And they'll murder me, and I don't know. I wouldn't recommend this game to anybody, to be honest. Maybe in a few months' time it'll be good. But as of right now, I don't recommend people buying this. I'd wait a few months, see if it gets better. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.